Today, we're looking at something a little bit different. If you've watched my videos for a while, you might have noticed my microphone usually sits right in front of me on this old boom arm. But today, I'm reviewing a newer low-profile microphone arm. Except, as you can see and probably hear, I've already fitted it. See, a company by the name of Neewer recently got in touch and offered to send me a couple of products to review. One was a set of outdoor string lights, which unfortunately don't work with Home Assistant out of the box, but in typical fashion I managed to make them work anyway, so if you don't want to miss that video, make sure you're subscribed. And the second product was this low-profile microphone arm, which should hopefully mean more consistent audio in all of my future videos. So let's take a closer look. Hi, I'm James and I've been building out my smart home for years, with products from just about every manufacturer out there, figuring out what works and what doesn't. Straight away it feels like a quality bit of kit. The whole arm is made from aluminium, it has a nice premium finish, and unlike cheaper microphone arms that tend to bounce around every time you move them, this one uses an advanced damping system, so all the movement feels nicely controlled. It's one of those products where you can tell where your money has gone as soon as you pick it up. Installing it is pretty straightforward, unless you're me. See, the desk clamp opens up surprisingly wide, so it will fit most desks without any trouble. Unfortunately, my homemade desk isn't exactly what you'd call standard. The top is just a little bit too thick, so I couldn't clamp it where I originally intended. Fortunately, Neewer includes an extension pole, so instead I mounted the arm to the shelving above and lowered it down with the pole, and I actually ended up with a setup that works even better than I'd originally planned. So if you pick one up, don't feel limited to only mounting it on the edge of a desk. If you've got shelving nearby, that's another option too. Another low-key feature that I really enjoyed was the hex nut in the tightening nut at the top, so I could use my electric screwdriver to very quickly mount it. One feature I wasn't expecting to appreciate quite so much is the built-in cable management. Neewer suggests that it's designed for thinner microphone cables, but this is a fairly chunky XLR cable, and with a little persuasion it's still tucked away neatly inside the channel. It leaves the whole setup looking much cleaner, and because the cable moves with the arm, there's nothing dangling into my shot. Much better than these little cable clips that I designed and 3D printed for the previous one. The other thing I like is just how adaptable it is. Out of the box it uses the same standard mounting thread that you'd normally use for a camera. At first I was wondering how I was supposed to attach my microphone, but after digging through the supplied adapters and trying a couple of combinations, I found exactly what I needed. So whether you're using this with a camera or a microphone, or something a little different, there's a good chance it'll fit straight out of the box. Once everything's mounted, you've got loads of adjustment too. The arm rotates through a full 360 degrees, has around 100 degrees of vertical movement, while the ball head itself also gives you 360 degrees of swivel, along with 90 degrees of tilt. In practice, that just means it's really easy to position your microphone exactly where you want it. Then move it completely out of the way when you're finished. For filming videos in my tiny study, that is something that I've already found myself doing constantly with the old arm, having it reaching over my desk. But actually now I've got this set up in a much better position, I've not had to touch it, because it's staying put perfectly. As for the price, at around £50 UK, I actually think it's pretty competitive. There are certainly cheaper microphone arms available, but having used plenty of budget options over the years, this feels like a noticeable step up in both build quality and day-to-day usability. The smooth movement, solid construction, and hidden cable routing all make it feel like this product is designed to stay on your desk for years rather than something that you'll be looking to replace in 6 months. So would I recommend it? Well, whether you are a content creator like me or you regularly join video calls, stream, podcast, or just want a cleaner looking desk setup, it's a solid yes. It's well built, easy to position, includes all the adapters that you're likely to need, and once you've got it installed, it pretty much disappears into the background while doing exactly what it should. And for me, that's probably the biggest compliment that I could give it. I've now been using it for a little bit of filming and I can already tell that I won't be going back. If you would like to pick one up, the link to the product will be in the description below and on my website as usual. And if you purchase one using my link, I'll earn a small commission at no cost to you, so thanks for supporting the channel. But before I go, don't forget that every month I run a giveaway for mid-tier channel members, whether you're supporting me on YouTube, Patreon or TikTok. And the first draw is in less than a week. Prizes include our ultra tiny WLED controllers, smart bulbs, and plenty of other tech from my ever-growing collection. Plus you'll get access to the members only Discord channels as well. I want to say a big thanks to my first official mid-tier channel supporter, Dave, and if you want to join him to be in with a chance of winning a piece of tech this month, then get on and join my membership now. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll be back to reviewing the smart tech very soon. And let me know down in the comments whether a piece of creator gear has been a game changer for you. Thank you again for watching, and as always, remember, home is where the smart is.